2, 1, 2, test 1, 2, 1, 2. You join us live from Waterworks Field here in Desborough for this afternoon's edition of Coventry United TV, live in the United Counties League Premier Division South. It's Desborough Town versus Coventry United. Let's take you through the starting lineup, kicking off with our hosts of our town, Desborough Town, so named as it's the local pronunciation of our town. So the team for Desborough today: number 1, Chris Jones; 2, Liam Honor; 3, Alvin Magagaga. That's going to be a very difficult name to pronounce. Number 4, Liam Bowe. Number 5, Captain Aaron Davis. Number 6, Colm Nugent. 7, Jake Bettles. Number 8, Sean Archer. 9, Barnes Gladman. Number 10, Joel Conter. And number 11, Tom Mills. Substitutes for the Red and Greens: Ian Blakely, Brooklyn Biddle, Callum Plywright and Tom Goodyear. And for Coventry United, number 1, Reece Francis. 2, Harry Sawyer. 3, Danny Bowes. Number 4, Aaron Williams. 5 is Tyler Donaldson. 6, Kane Thomas. Number 7, Joe Blowers. 8, Brian Love. Number 9, Joe Cairns. 10, Reece Hilton. And 11, Riley Devoyle. Substitutes for the Red and Greens are number 13, Chris Roscoe. Number 15, Ivor Lawton. And number 19 is Alex Pearson. We're set to go at Waterworks Field. Coventry United in their traditional strip of red and green, the civic colours of the proud city of Coventry. Desborough all in blue. Let's get this party started. We're underway. Coventry United kicking from left to right. I saw the deflection over to Reece Hilton. Thomas. Fighted away by Colm Nugent. Bowes intercepts. With Brian Love on the edge of the area. Cushioned into the box by Bove, who has come in for today's match. Tom Mills. Overlap being made by Magagada. Conter. Magagada. It's with Archer in the midfield. Slide from behind by Joe Blowers. Got a piece of the man. Referee says no foul as Desborough continue. Clearance only as far as Harry Sawyer. Shields it from Conter. Safely back with Kane Thomas. Like, playing a flat back 4 today. And a neat bit of skill by Harry Sawyer. Kane Thomas is able to provide the same skill across the field, but Joe Blowers, side by side, gives away the free kick on Liam Bove. Captain Davis is going to leave it for the top scorer, Jake Bettles, about 5 yards into enemy lines. Everyone back for the Red and Greens, launched in by Bettles. Going towards Gladman, that bounces safely back into the grateful grasp of Reece Francis, distributed away quickly up towards Brian Love. His first start since October. Impressive on Saturday against Rugby from the bench. Locked it into the box by Bowes. Hilton tries to bring it to feet, but dispossessed by Magagada. Mills. He gets the ball away, but it's collected rather easily by Danny Bowes. Blowers. It's down line with Tyler Donaldson. Francis. It's a poor clearance. Barnes Gladman able to find Mills. Mills trying the spectacular, but it was a less than spectacular result. Flies high and wide towards Reece Francis's left. Played short with Kane Thomas. Over the back line, perhaps towards Brian Love. Nodded down by the number 6 Nugent. Side by side, Liam Honor taking on Devoyle. Honor again receiving from Bettles. Across the face of goal, no one home. And Harry Sawyer finds Hilton upfield. Another former Bedworth man progresses through the centre circle. Sprinting past Sean Archer. Bowes is running out looking for an option. Squares it to Joe Cairns. Thinks about the long range strike. Didn't think twice. Not a bad effort from the former Walsall youngster. And of course, key one today with latest goings on from the FA Cup. Coventry City, of course, playing Southampton today. Unfortunately, Kidderminster have lost against West Ham, despite leading for so long. They were pegged back in added time. But, Kidderminster are out. Chelsea also have bested Plymouth, who were leading 1-0. So two shocks that were on the cards, unfortunately, haven't come to pass. We are hoping to see one at St Mary's, though, with the Sky Blues taking on the Premier League side, featuring the likes of Jack Stevens and Adam Armstrong, the former City men. And Greens look to build on this early pressure in the opening 5 minutes. Free kick from Cairns, nodded away. Handball claimed by Cairns against the number 10 Conte, and that is obviously going to be offside against Gladman. United, a bit of a strange situation going on there, as the flag was raised against Barnes Gladman on the far side. Referee then motioned play on, but then Bowes, believing it was he could just start again, place his hand on the ball to restart, and now he's been called back for a free kick for the handball by Bowes. Right, early shock at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City losing to Fulham. In by Conte, it's dipping into the hands of Francis. It's now 1-1. Literally 2 minutes later, Ilkay Gundogan has equalised in that game. It's still scoreless between Southampton and Coventry City, as it is here at Waterworks Field. Scoreless between Desborough Town and Coventry United. The ball stopping mid-air there, thanks to the wind. Very similar conditions to that we saw against Rugby. And it deflected out of Mills for a Coventry United throw. Kent. Going to roll it on. That's then up and out. And we are going to need another match ball, I think, after the attempted clearance by Liam Bove. Williams needs options from the throw from Sawyer. Williams back in central midfield today after an impressive display at the back in a centre-back trio last week. Kane Thomas back in the side. The keeper's in no man's land, but catches it right on the edge of his penalty area, preventing Joe Cairns from getting his head on it. Bowes trying to shield the ball out, but that's definitely going to be a free kick, as Bettles wrapped his arm around the head of the United left-back. Free kick to be taken right on the touchline, as one of the Desborough players has got himself off the field injured. So at the moment, the home side down to 10 men. Bove. Donaldson gets there ahead of Barnes Gladman. And it will be a throw-in on the far side as the Desborough player continues to receive treatment. Trying to find out who it is. It looks like it might be Jake Bettles. But he's back on his feet now. He's getting ready to take the throw. Well, he was off the field when he received treatment, so he doesn't have to leave the field. He's immediately back in play. Cross cannons off Bowes. Now Donaldson looks to get clear. Riley Devoyle on his full Coventry United debut, looking for Love upfield. And Love couldn't control. He's now battling with Nugent, and Nugent does well. Swipe by Devoyle. Maybe took Nugent off his stride, allowing United to intercept. Now Bowes Hilton will give chase against Magagada. The left back gets the better of the United's new boy in his third Red and Greens game. Magagada plays a 1-2 with Mills. Beautiful stuff from Desborough. Return to Mills. Launches it to the right-hand side. Bettle strayed past the last man. That is offside. Looked like a bit of a harsh decision to me, but obviously the linesman's got a better view of it than I have. Chested down by Danny Bowes. DeVoyle wants it left. He's got Blowers in support too. Took a little bit too long. Challenge from behind by Bove, but United have got it back with Tyler Donaldson. Blowers darting towards the box. It's Joe Blowers going all alone. Beautifully played. And Coventry United open the scoring right on the 10-minute mark. Blowers needed no invitation. He licked the stamp and sent it. Drilled low, past Chris Jones. And with 10 minutes on the clock, Coventry United lead at Waterworks Field by 1-0. So we're back underway. Coventry United now in front. And the lunge in from Jake Bettles. Referee calling it back for the free kick on the goal scorer, Joe Blowers. And we could be about to see the first card of the match. The other end of the park. It's Blowers again. Charge down and Magagada will get it away. Cairns locked it up. Love in a dangerous position, but Davis clears. Donaldson. Blowers across the back line. Here's Kane Thomas. Collected in the midfield. Conte dispossessed from behind by Kane Thomas. Now it's with Hilton. Kane's trying to offer an option. Play it left to Brian and Love. Failed to control. Williams battling in the midfield now with Bove. Ball through the back line. Bettles knew he was offside, didn't touch. It's back with Francis. Danny Bowes. Brian and Love. Now it's with Blowers. And Love the target. Brings it to feet. He's got DeVoyle in support to his right and finds him. Hilton, when he turn and shoot, looking to set himself up. Plays it back to Kane Thomas. DeVoyle calling for it on the left. Played short to Sawyer, crossing opportunity for the United right back, who has scored twice this season against Desborough. Looking to set up Brun and Love that time. It's been given as a foul at play on from the referee. And they look to use it to full effect here. The goal kick from Jones, but it gets away from Barnes Gladman and out for the goal kick at the other end of the park. is Danny Bowes, just shy of the halfway line, down line to Donaldson. Looks for Cairns. Kane Thomas. Cautious approach. And Williams turned the big number 10, clipped by Joel Conte, and a free kick given, quickly drilled down the centre of the park by Thomas, and Love leaves it for De Voyle, passing to the invisible man on the left wing. You assume that Cairns had made the run down the left, but it wasn't to be. And it's been another goal at the Etihad Stadium. It's now Manchester City 2, Fulham 1. Fulham were leading in the 4th minute through Carvalho, who of course nearly went to Liverpool in the transfer window. Conte! Well, we're not getting that ball back. Well, the residents of the house behind may have thought that someone's just knocked on the door. It was actually Joel Conte's shot. Not a moment he'll be proud of, I'm sure. Kane Thomas. Francis across to Donaldson. Desborough playing a high line, trying to pressure United into an error. Systems like that regularly work. Thomas. I'm going to go through the centre, under hit to Hilton. Mills. Good strong challenge by Sawyer. An advantage given as Mills lunged in from behind. There's Bow to snatch it away from the goal scorer, Blowers. Conte. Good for Connie for Bettles. Straight at the goalkeeper. And horribly wayward by Barnes Gladman. Opportunity of the match wasted for Artan. Strolling away from the back line now, Tyler Donaldson. Long ball into Desborough territory, and Love battling with the right back Liam Honor. Forces him into an error. Bowes to Blowers, back to Danny Bowes. Riley De Voyle. Gives it straight to Davis, disappointing pass. Mills. Here's Magagada. Swipes away from Sawyer. Thinks it up to Conte. Magagada out-muscled by Sawyer and brings him down, trying to kick the ball away from his feet. And a short stoppage in play here as Joe Blowers needs a bit of assistance. Well, you substitute Alex Pearson going for a warm-up. Let's have a look through the latest scores in the FA Cup. Crystal Palace leading Hartlepool by 1-0. Manchester City 2, Fulham 1. Stoke are leading Wigan by 1-0. Everywhere else it's scoreless. 2 championship games, Bristol City drawing 0-0 at Blackpool, who of course play Coventry City on Tuesday, and Hull City against Preston is also scoreless. United can ill afford an injury. They only have a 3-man bench. On the bench, Alex Pearson, the former Spinks youngster, Chris Roscoe, the goalkeeper, back from his suspension, and first team coach Ivor Lawton, who is registered as a player, and of course a former professional with Coventry City. Also played for the likes of Hales Owen. Blows on the receiving end of the old magic sponge. It usually works. And the next time we come on air to you here on CUTV, this coming Saturday at home to Easington Sports, a shock defeat at Easington in September. United will hope to exact a bit of payback at the Butts Park Arena. Our Blowers will have to leave the field as he has received treatment from the physio. Launched upfield by Francis. Underway by Davis. Into the centre circle it goes. Aaron Williams skips past Bettles. Williams across to Kane Thomas. Hilton. He's going to sift his way through a crowded Desborough backline. Retrieves it from Magagada. Looking to play it across to Joe Kane. It's swiped away just in time. Williams keeps it alive. Williams tricked. Magagada gets it to Mills. No foul given for the infringement on Williams. It's back in the midfield with Danny Bowes. Now Thomas. Thomas very much a utility player. Can play virtually anywhere on that pitch. Haven't seen him playing goal yet. Blowers. Brian and Love squares it for Hilton. Needs to try and turn if he's able to get the shot away. And try to play it down the left side for the probably Devoyle playing on the wing, but it just drifts out for the goal kick. 20 minutes gone at Waterworks Field. Current score, Desborough Town 0. Coventry United 1, a 10th minute goal from Joe Blowers, the difference between the two sides. And we also want to say a big happy birthday to Coventry United physio Dan White. I won't say how old he is, but he is celebrating his birthday today. He's hoping that we'll get a good 3 points for Dan White today. Awkward match for Magagada. Allows Hilton onto it. Reese Hilton. He's certainly got some speed on him. Lays it off for Blowers. No, he can hit them. He already has today. Blowers. He's going to give it another go. This time it's easy pickings for Jones. Conte. Gladman will chase. Safely out of play. Shepherded out by Reese Francis. Striding away from the back line is Kane Thomas. Towards Devoyle. Cushion down for Unlove. Bowes picked up on the left-hand side. Danny Bowes, is he thinking about the effort on his own? He didn't think twice. It's not with the same success that Blowers found earlier on. And there has been a goal at St Mary's. Coventry City lead Southampton by 1-0. Victor Gyökeres in the 22nd minute. Huge goal for Coventry City. We'll keep you up to date with the latest goings on from St Mary's. But as it stands, it's Southampton 0, Coventry City 1. Jones into the midfield. Donaldson gets his head on it to keep it away from Gladman. Conte first to it. Here's Jake Bettles. Crossing towards Conte. Behind for Mills. Stings the gloves of Francis, falls to his feet, and able just to punch it away from Gladman. Cleared as far as Bettles. Lofts it left to Conte. Alvin Magagada. And hooked clear by Kane Thomas. Nervy moment for Francis. And a wayward shot from Aaron Davis. I think you can definitely call that a defender's finish. I'm here all week. Another goal to tell you about from the FA Cup. Huddersfield lead Barnsley in that Yorkshire derby at the John Smith Stadium. Curling ball to the right by Francis. Harry Sawyer Keeps away from Mills. Now Kane Thomas. This is a much more complete performance from Coventry United than we've seen in recent weeks. They had a unlucky couple of games at the start of the year, especially that 2-2 draw against Hinckley LRFC, the first team to prevent Hinckley from winning a game as Blowers hacked down, but the play on is given and wasted as Desborough got control upfield. But United should have won that game. They have since lost their first game last week at home to Cogenhoe. So the unbeaten record, I should say, is gone after United ended the 100% record. Thomas needs options. Finds it with Reece Hilton, dropping deep as sort of a cam at the moment. Well, he's wearing the number 10 shirt. Williams tripped on the way through, but he's got it away to Joe Cairns, and we know that he can hit them from range. Riley Devoyle looking to make an impact on his full Coventry United debut. I think was he trying to take it around Cairns or on a late lunge in? And that will definitely be a yellow card. That was a poor challenge on Liam Honor. And Honor is going to need some medical attention. I would not be surprised at all to see the yellow card come out for Riley Devoyle. Slid straight into his heels. A war of words there between Bettles and United captain Aaron Williams, along with Desborough skipper Adam Davis. 2-0 to Crystal Palace against Hartlepool. Well, the fans making their point known. Strong crowd here at Waterworks Field today. The referee taking some time to consider his decision if Devoyle was going to go into the book. Devoyle was just having a little drinks break over on the far side. 26 minutes gone in the United Counties League Premier Division. Sav just joining us here on Coventry United TV. The Red and Greens lead by 1-0. A 10th minute goal from Joe Blowers, all that separates the two sides at the moment. So there is a stop in play which has lasted just over a minute as Liam Honor was took out by a sliding challenge from behind by Riley Devoyle. He's back on his feet, walking very tentatively, it must be said. We, of course, hope that Honor can continue. But Desborough do have a number of options from the bench they can use, those being Ian Blakey, Brooklyn Biddle, Callum Plowright or Tom Goodyear. And well, things are going bad to worse for Hinckley LRFC because they've just gone behind at Coventry Spinks. Spinks lead by 1-0 at Spinks Drive against Hinckley LRFC, the league leaders. So the title race still very much open. Coventry United were considered one of the favourites going into the season, still in a very respectable 6th place now. And Peterborough lead QPR by 1-0 in the FA Cup. So goals in all but 2 games now in the 4th round. It was a big shock yesterday. Manchester United losing on penalties to Middlesbrough. And the free kick nodded out for a corner off the head of Aaron Williams. And I'm glad to say Liam Honor is back on the field. So moving 100% comfortably, but the adrenaline usually kicks in after a couple of minutes. So it's going to be a corner from Joel Conte, the number 10. 2 up for United, 3 back for Desborough. And Love getting up for it, brought to the feet of Mills. Nodded away by Sawyer and hooked up towards Hilton. Swing and a miss from Bove, allowing Devoyle to find Joe Cairns upfield. Over hit for Hilton, and Magagada, who has seems to swap wings with honour, can fire it up the right. Donaldson against Bettles, and he looked like he got the better of Bettles, but he took it out for the throw. Jake Bettles, the top scorer for Desborough, throws to the feet of Conte. Ruled low and thumped away by Kane Thomas. Magagada's header only as far as Joe Cairns. Unlove the target. Brian Unlove going to muscle his way past Aaron Davis, but Davis doing something not many players can do, and that's shield it from Unlove. Unlove, a Coventry United legend with over 70 goals for the club. Mills. His header is only as far as United right back Harry Sawyer. Thomas. For Williams, it's stabbed down by Liam Bove. Barnes Gladman on the left-hand side, looking to take on Sawyer. To the feet of Conte, with his back to goal, looking to slip it in for Gladman. The offside flag is raised. There were appeals from Harry Sawyer, but the cross from Gladman is straight into the hands of Francis anyway. Quickly taken by Francis. He's closed down by Thompson, number 4, Liam Bove, and Bove has got it back for Desborough. Across to the feet of Kane Thomas, but skews it out for a throw. You have to try and do things a little bit too quickly. Just try and calm things down. Get that rhythm back. Here's Alvin Magagada. Starting to get used to that name now. Across to Bettles at the far post, but challenge from Danny Bowes. Takes it over to DeVoyle. Joe Cairns. His blow is in a packed midfield. Lofts it into no man's land, really, as Magagada intercepts, turns away from Hilton. Archer finds Bove. Magagada. Barnes Gladman pokes it away from Sawyer, but only as far as Thomas with the red and greens. Here's Brian Unlove. Dispossessed by the big number 5, Davis, wearing the captain's armband for the home side today. Archer finds Gladman. Back with Sean Archer. Down that left-hand side. And again, Kane Thomas does well, preventing the danger from going any further. Davis. Bettles calling for it on the right-hand side, as is Mills. Goes down the left instead. Magagada stabbed out by Sawyer. That's going to be a throw. Just shy of the penalty area. 31 minutes gone. The Red and Green still lead by 1-0, but Desborough are now starting to make their mark. Alvin Magagada with the throw. Chested back to him by Bove. Whips it in, whips it behind. And that'll be a goal kick. So still 1-0 to Coventry City in the game at Southampton. Archer wins that aerial duel, but it falls only to Joe Cairns. Honour snatches it back for Desborough. Bove. Now Bettles, the top scorer. Hopeful ball into the penalty area, but the hopeful is the word, not successful. Francis claims it. He's in no rush. United's last victory, that's a sensational 2-1 win over local rivals Coventry Spinks on the 28th of December. Since then, they picked up just 1 point, but this is a much better display from Coventry United as Unlove lofts it left with Riley DeVoyle. Unlove making himself available, as is Hilton. It's DeVoyle. Cannons off the centre-back, Nugent. And the far post is Unlove, and heads off the back of Davis's head for a corner. It's been a long time since Brian Unlove last hit the net for Coventry United. Joe Cairns, the set-piece master. Launches it in towards Aaron Williams. Deft header by Williams. Picks up at the far post by Devoyle. It's back in and curls behind the goal for a goal kick for Desborough Town. Jones, who's probably had the quieter of the afternoons. Bove hits it as far as Coventry United left back Danny Bowes. Blowers, whose goal separates the two sides at the moment. Dinks it over for Devoyle, but just couldn't bring it to feet. Archer with the interception. Conter. Front clear by Davis at the other end of the park, and Reece Francis has to do the necessaries on the edge of his own penalty area. It's into the midfield with Williams. Moves out to Mills. Liam Bove, Gladman's the target, pushing the back on Harry Sawyer, but the effort from Gladman was ruled out for offside anyway. It was fired over the woodwork. Had Francis diving. But the flag has really been the bane of Gladman's game today. Francis. And Sawyer just completely left that one for Magagada. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Davis. Here's Nugent. Back to the captain, Davis. No real pressure from the United front line. They don't want to overextend themselves. Davis down the centre of the park, and Thomas will just let that one slide past him. And Francis juggles it into his hands. Francis again a bit cheeky there, the game far from won. And Love, chest control. Challenge from behind by Bove. A question of a high boot. Referee says no. And Archer with a poor pass collected by Williams, now playing a deeper role in midfield. Thomas back with Francis, closed down by Mills, and redistributed to Kane Thomas on the right side. Keeps it in the corner. Williams turns away from the challenge of Archer. Reece Hilson, he tricks his way past Magagada. Yes, he will. Beautifully played by the United number 10, but can't get away from Bove. Liam Bove into the chest of Francis on his knees. Francis has been equal to everything that has been thrown at him today. Bettles, Bove, Conte now moved out to the right side. Options in there. Kane Thomas out as far as Liam Honor. Takes it past Donaldson. Honor deflected onto the bar. Harry Sawyer only as far as Mills. Bove into the hands of Francis. Desborough piling on the pressure. Fans City getting their money's worth today. Rolls off the boot of Blowers. United have got to try and find that rhythm again. Desborough very much in control now. Conter. Slightly under hit to Honor, allowing Bowes to intercept and find Donaldson. Donaldson now looking to put it upfield. He's closed down by Bettles. Bowes. Now United are in the opposition territory, and Love to Joe Cairns. Tried the 1-2 with Blowers, but the 2 was under hit. Williams has got the free kick. It could have gone either way there between Williams and Mills. Both players lunging in. 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but it is Coventry United who have gone away with it. Donaldson takes it short to Danny Bowes. A second goal would make things much more comfortable for Coventry United. Blowers getting the better of his opposite number 7, Bettle, but Bettle's swiping from behind and getting the ball to Honor. Mills nods it straight into the United supporter on the far side. That's going to be a throw for the Red and Greens, just shy of the technical area where Lee Burdett and Ivor Lawton are stationed. And Love making the run from the throw. Battling with Nugent. Out comes the goalkeeper. The foul's already been given. As Devoyle tried on the follow-up. And quickly played to the left with Alvin Magagada. Joe Kane's trying to make the block, but the left back here will just sift it away. Magada will make the run. He's just a couple of yards behind that ball. And that's going to be a throw in for the Red and Greens. Good for Bettles, it's offside anyway. Both looking to keep it alive for Desborough. As we enter the closing stages of the first half, he's got Honor down line. Finds Sean Archer. Challenged by Keynes, but Archer maintains the ball. Joel Conte. Desborough, in no uncertain terms, urged to cross the ball. Magagada. Bettles on the edge of the penalty area. Honor's in there too. And lining up on the edge of the box. Can United get it away? Here's Bove. Lofts it in towards Mills. Sawyer's header. Blowers. Collected by Gladman. Skews it horribly to the right. Desborough not making the most out of this possession. Just 5 minutes to go until the break. Still Coventry United lead by 1-0. And still at St Mary's in the Emirates FA Cup 4th round. Coventry City leading Southampton by 1-0. That goal from Victor Gyökeres, the difference down south. Lunge on Blowers, certainly caught him. Referee says no foul. Here's Alvin Magagada. Sawyer hassling and harrying Barnes Gladman. Gladman finds Archer. Slide by Blowers. He feels he got the ball. He's absolutely furious. He looked like Blowers did get a piece of the ball. It depends whether he got the man first. Archer helped to his feet by the United skipper Aaron Williams. Well, no further action. Referee definitely hasn't been card happy today. I think so far we'll have a better chance of getting a Christmas card than a yellow card. Well, United have a set piece to deal with now. Gladman's free on the left-hand side, but Conte goes to the right and nodded over. I think it was Nugent who got the ball away. Desborough have had their opportunities, but they've mainly been half chances. Francis taking his time. We're going off air at half time for about 10 minutes, so make sure to get yourself a mug of something hot or a can of something cold and be back here for 4 o'clock. Davis to Barnes Gladman. Cross cannons off Sawyer. Can't get any distance behind the header. Conte lifts it over Kane Torres, but it's straight back with Sawyer. Slide from Conte, free kick Coventry United. And now it's Desborough looking bemused. But I think overall the referee has had a pretty good game today. Again, the next time we're on air here on CUTV is next Saturday at home to Easington Sports, 3 o'clock, Butts Park Arena. Be there if you can. Got 2 home matches in a row, followed by a trip to God Manchester, and then 5 home matches in a row to end the home portion of the season, followed by 2 games at Ainsbury and Spinks. Blowers. Danny Bowes racing up the left. Looks for Devoyle. Trying to cushion it to Joe Cairns. Devoyle's not the best of days. Alvin Magagada, 3 on the left. Gladman tracks back. Magagada looking to take it on, but hits the heels of Harry Sawyer. Still Sawyer. Turns away from the Desborough left back. Here's Kane Thomas. Plenty of time. Launches it in towards Love. Nugent gets his head to it and Bove hooks it clear. Mills will make the run after the flick on with the head of Bettles, but it's Kane Thomas safely back with Reece Francis. We're about to end normal time. Francis flicked off Bettles that clearance, and now Liam Bove making a beeline for the box. Conte's in there. Referee is giving a free kick. Brilliant save by Reece Francis. Referee now gives the corner. There was a foul by Kane Thomas in that exchange. Play on was given, and Francis pulls out a absolute blockbuster of a parry over the woodwork. There was a little bit of confusion among the players as to what was given, but it is going to be a corner. We are now into added time. There have been a few stoppages, so I'd say probably about 3 minutes. Bettel looking to put pressure on Reece Francis, standing in front of the Coventry United goalkeeper. Gladman on the line too. Francis able to punch aside, not being able to move. Archer! Francis has got something to that too. But still needed some help from the bar. What an effort from Sean Archer. But a tremendous stop from Francis. Well, any other goalkeeper, you'd probably be surprised, but Francis has been the most consistent goalkeeper I've seen this season. I think we've lost a fair few balls today. Towards the far post where Nugent's waiting. Mills squares it for Bove. Took a big deflection off Sawyer. Now at the other end of the park, United looking to press on with Desborough outnumbered. Here's Danny Bowes. Cairns calling for it on the right-hand side. He's going to go towards Brian and Love. Magagada just gets there first. And it clears at the expense of a throw. United kicking back into that higher gear. We've had about 90 seconds of added time, probably about halfway through. Referee checking the watch. Also a big shout out to Catherine Blowers, John Blowers and CJ Madison, who are all tuned in today. And also to Roy Eden, who's still recovering from his knee replacement, and Connor West as well. If you don't know, Connor West has just celebrated the birth of his twin baby boys, Archie and Noah. So I hope Connor, his partner Lauren, and his 2 sons are doing okay. But on that note, Connor is going to be taking some time off, so the social media updates on match days will be a little bit lower. As we're having to do the camera work, the commentary, and the tweets, so it's not easy, but Mills knotted on. Bettles right at the end of the first half. Can he drag it back to 1-1? No, he can't. Tries to slide it across the face of goal, but Sawyer made sure that wasn't going to happen. It's a corner kick. Could be the last move of the half. Mills wanted to take it quickly, but he's now going to leave it for Conte. Comes the end of the 3rd minute of added time. Joel Conte ready to take it. Only one man back for Desborough. They're putting everything into this, but it's not the best of deliveries, and cushioned out by Davis on this near side. And that could be that for the first half. By Francis. Cairns. It's Archer straight into no man's land. It's going to be a throw. So we've had 4 minutes of added time. As Bowes gets us back on the way with the throw. Referee checks the watch again. And Love. And as far as Davis. And the referee now brings the first half proceedings to a close. Half-time score here at Waterworks Field is Desborough Town 0, Coventry United 1. We're going off there for about 10 minutes here on CUTV. Don't go anywhere. It will be Desborough kicking off now, going from left to right. Can the red and greens hold on to this 1-0 advantage, or dare we dream even extend it and pick up their first 3 points of the new year? We are underway for the second half. Let's see what these next 45 minutes bring us. As Joel Conte gets on the ball on the far side of the field. Here's Bove, chested down by Gladman. The target is Bettles, and it falls to the top scorer, drills it! That was so nearly the perfect start to the second half of Jake Bettles and Desborough Town. Inches away at the far post. I think Bettles will be wondering how he didn't get it on target. Certainly had the power behind it, and if he had got it on target, I think Francis would have been helpless. Francis away, down the centre of the park, towards Brian and Love. Nodded up, who can bring it down? Hilton's there, but it's Blakey getting his first touch. Now play for the throw, shepherded out by Harry Sawyer. As the floodlights now start to come on. Thrown up the right side, and Love will give chase. He's not quite there. That's going to be a goal kick for Desborough. Of course, key up today was what's going on in the FA Cup. At the moment, Coventry still leading against Southampton, and Norwich beating Wolves. And Everton 1-0 up at home to Brentford. So no scoreless games in the FA Cup. That's what we like to see. I'd be very much happy if it stayed at 1-0 to St Mary's, with Coventry City leading thanks to Victor Gyökeres. Conte brings it to feet in the centre circle. Mills. Archer. High ball towards Magagado, who's switched to the right-hand side now. Bowes gets there first. Locked it into relative safety by Kane Thomas. Off the head of Archer, collected by Riley Devoyle. Didn't have the power behind that pass. Disappointing for the youngster at number 11. Magagada. And Nugent all the way back. With Chris Jones. It looks like if Desborough have swapped to a back 5. Magaga's certainly playing a higher line. Kane's able to cushion it to Devoyle. Here's Joe Blowers. Was he tripped on the way through? No, he wasn't. Devoyle, it's dipping, but not dipping enough. A second goal would certainly provide a comfortable margin for the Red and Greens. And they weren't a million miles away from finding it. Striding away from the back is Nugent. Cushion header by Mills. Goes down but finds Conte. Magagada looking to cut in from the right. Gets the cross in. It doesn't stay in for long. That's going to be a goal kick. Desborough players told to retreat, get back, defend their back line. They can ill afford to concede again. Francis. Ball to the feet of Reese Hilton. Williams looking to match the run of Harry Sawyer and has done. And Love battles to keep it, but Bove with the interception. Gladman dropping deep. Blakey funked it up to Conter. That first touch wasn't what he needed. Williams gets to it. A real battle for the ball between Conter and Williams. And that's going to be a free kick. Conte barging Williams down from behind. And Williams getting the congratulations from first team coach Ivor Lawton. He had to quickly take the free kick, but to quickly lose it thanks to Joe Kent. Now to Mills darting down the left-hand side for Desborough. Archer available, as is Conte. And Conte lunges in with a bone-crunching challenge. Joe Cairns looks hurt. It was a reckless lunge in by Joel Conte, to say the least. The referee now calls Joel Conte over to him. I don't think he's going in the book. No, he isn't. I must say, be surprised if the yellow card doesn't come out. Cairns was very much bemused when he found out that Conte wasn't getting a yellow card. Well, thankfully, Cairns is okay, but I think Conte is a lucky boy. And it will be a free kick for the Red and Greens, deep into their own half. We've had 5 minutes of second half play. It's still 1-0 to the Red and Greens. Everton have scored a second against Brentford. It's now 2-0 there at Goodison Park. Francis. Cushioned down by Davis. And Cairns caught again, this time by Bove. Looked like he got stood on the ankle. It isn't a head injury, so the referee doesn't have to stop play. Cairns trying to get back to his feet. But he's certainly not moving well. And that's offside against Reese Hilton. Cairns has certainly been in the wars over the last couple of minutes. Kane Thomas. Oh, good touch, takes it to Conte. And now Bettles looking to embark in the penalty area. And he's played it off Tyler Donaldson for the Desborough corner. Another goal at the Etihad. It's now Man City 3, Fulham 1. A Riyad Mahrez penalty, putting the Premier League leaders in firm control. Francis palms it away from the line, and Harry Sawyer does the rest. Good clearance from the Coventry United right back. Hilton thought he'd kept it in, but it just crept over the line, so a throw 15 yards into Coventry United territory taken by Desborough. Deflects off Bove straight to Kane Thomas, who blasts it away from danger. Cairns the target, just couldn't get that soft first touch. Takes it to Nugent. Here's Davis. Back with Chris Jones, pressured by Joe Cairns. And that pressure has given it straight to Blowers. But Blowers trying to battle with Archer. He's got the better of him there. But Bove hooks it as far as Williams. Williams dispossessed one-on-one by Joel Conte. Mills. Spots. He fall back in space. Good opportunity to cross. Legs look out. What a run this is. Oh, fantastic run, but not the result that what the Desborough left back Alvin Magagada wanted from an impressive move. Hilton falls into Aaron Davis. Referee says no foul, rightly so. Launch from the back, Mills. His header collected by Kane Thomas, the brother of former Coventry City man Connor Thomas, who now plays with Cheltenham. Throw quickly taken by Ian Blakey. Thomas. Tyler Donaldson was sent out for a throw, virtually in the same position as the last one. It's taken a bit further up than the ball went out. Blakey. Returned to Blakey by Mills. That final pass seems to be lacking for Desborough at the moment. And Love holds well from Blower's ball. Riley Devoyle scuffs his effort. Collected by Blakey, but Joe Cairns looking to sweep up. Cairns has got it back, but runs it into touch as he out-muscled Blakey. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Very even second half, it must be said. Both hassled and harried by Williams. United have got to find that a little bit more energy. Nugent on his own at the back. Returns to Chris Jones, the goalkeeper. Magagada is available. Jones taken to the edge of his box. It's in no rush. Closed down by Unlove. Into the midfield. Unlove. A bit of pressure, and it's not out for a Coventry United throw. Bowes looking for Reece Hilton. One in the air by Davis. Great idea from Bowes. Collected in the midfield by Harry Sawyer. Good communication between the Coventry United players, but Cairns has gone down injured now. It's not good news for Coventry United. Here's Blowers. And the free kick given as Blowers was tripped. Hilton wanted to continue, but the referee has now pulled it back, which is probably good news for Coventry United, actually. It means that Cairns now can get the treatment he needs. United have two outfield substitutions they can use. One of them probably won't be used, that being first team coach Ivor Lawson, who hasn't played for United this season. But Alex Pearson is available on the bench. He has been warming up, but Cairns now is okay. He's okay to continue. So Cairns shaking off that injury to the ankle. Now looking to provide the assist for a crucial second goal for Coventry United. You know how handy he can be at set pieces. United need him to step up now. It's towards Unlove. Good header by Colin Nugent. And Tyler Donaldson was ruled to have impeded Archer. Little nick on the heel, perhaps. But one of the more softer free kicks we've seen today. Another goal at the Etihad. Now 4-1 to Manchester City, and Brentford have pulled one back against Everton. Davis on the edge of his own penalty area for Desborough Town. We're going to meet the run of Barnes-Gladman. Sawyer gets there first, shields it. Thomas will take it on now. Kane Thomas. Unlove, flicks it on with the header. Here's Joe Cairns, slips on the ball. Over to Roy Devoyle, and the offside flag raised. Devoyle can't believe it. That's the linesman on that far side has been very flag happy today, it must be said. Just over half an hour to play here on CUTV. The Red Greens maintain their 1-goal advantage, earned in the 10th minute through Joe Blowers. Ball stopped in the wind, allowing Blowers onto it. United just, again, like Desborough, failing to get that final pass. Cairns intercepts from Magagada, and he's going to leave it for a throw. Well worked from the former Walsall youngster. Danny Bowes hoofs it up and Love the target, and Love's got something on that, has he? In fact, no, it's going to be a Coventry United throw. It was not out from behind by Nugent. Bowes again with ball in hand. Launches it in towards the Voyle, underway by Blakey. Williams up for it, rolls onto the back of Conter. Sawyer chips it for Blowers. Williams, Devoyle on the run, but it will evade him and collected by Jones before he could go out for the goal kick. Desborough dominated the closing proceedings of the first half, but the second half has been much more 50-50. And that's Bowes with a bit of a wayward ball, but it was stopped in the wind there. Danny Bowes. Cushioned down by Nugent, but collected by Cairns. And that will definitely be a free kick. And Cairns not happy that the ball was kicked at him as he was down. Well, it was needless. But the free kick will suffice for the Red and Greens. No further action from the referee. And Cairns with the opportunity to hook it in from the left flank as Bettles stands in a one-man wall. We'll do a bit of a halt in play. United are going to bring on Alex Pearson at the next stoppage of play. But before that, Cairns will take the free kick. It's towards Donaldson and nodded over his own net by Colm Nugent. We would expect it would be Riley Devoyle who will be replaced. And there's been a goal at St Mary's, and Stuart Armstrong has equalised for Southampton. Southampton 1, Coventry City 1. Not what the Sky Blues wanted. And of course, if it's a draw at full time, it goes to extra time and potentially penalties. Short corner taken by Cairns to Joe Blowers. Goes it in and curled out. Donaldson in there hoping to get the header. And now the referee will prevent Desborough from taking a quick goal kick. And as we suspected, it is Riley Devoyle leaving the field. An opportunity for the former Coventry Spinks youngster Alex Pearson for the closing 28 minutes. Jones, after a failed run-up, will try again. Players congregating on the far side of the field. Whose head will it land on? It's on the head of Mills. Conter evades the slide of Williams. Joel Conter. Magagada is a target. Slips past Pearson. Now taking on Danny Bowes. Takes it too close to Pearson, but Magagada still maintains possession. Deflected strike. And Reece Francis tips it away from the waiting Blakey and Bettles. Ball just bouncing clear of the boots of Reece Hilton at the other end of the park. Hilton with a trip on Davis. Referee says nothing doing as Desborough maintain possession. Nugent wants options closer as he's closed down himself by Brian and Love. Here's Alvin Magagada. Sean Archer takes it into the midfield. Bove distracted by the challenge from behind by Aaron Williams. Here's Kane Thomas, now Pearson. Pearson's going to let it go for Joe Cairns. Cairns takes it past Nugent. Still going Joe Cairns, going all alone. But sends it out for the goal kick after an impressive run. Another goal in the FA Cup. Stoke leading 2-0 at home to Wigan. And Everton now 3-1 up against Brentford. As we told you, Southampton have equalised against Coventry City through Stuart Armstrong. I saw the name Armstrong. I initially thought of Adam Armstrong, the former Sky Blues man who is now at Southampton and I believe is playing. Aaron Davis, the captain, gets it right just in time before Cairns could charge it down. Donaldson nods it into the ground. And knocks it over the back line. Hilton's onside, but out comes the goalkeeper. Puts his body on the line. Blowers gets to it, and he's followed all the way by Jones. Where is Chris Jones going? If United can get a free player, they can get it into an empty net. Hilton couldn't find a route round Bove as Jones now retreats. Sometimes goalkeepers get bored of standing in the 18-yard box. They want to go for a little venture. It's a free kick on the halfway line. A little push in the back. Coventry United maintain their 1-goal advantage, but for how long? Thomas thumps it away. Magagada will chase. Alvin Magagada, who started the game on the left-hand side of the fence, is now on the right. So going to take it around Pearson. Plays it along the right-hand side for Mills. Donaldson trying to shield it into touch. The ball doesn't quite have the legs on it. It's played out for the throw right in the corner by Tyler Donaldson. Oh, in fact, now it's going out for a goal kick. Even better. Great work on show there by Tyler Donaldson. Thomas has a push on the back on Unlove. That's going to be a Coventry United throw in the Desborough half of the field. Thomas. And Love turns his man, but then gives away the free kick on Nugent. I'm not entirely sure what for. The referee's obviously seen something. It's quickly distributed by Conte to Alvin Magagada. Cautious approach at the right-hand side. Here's Sean Archer. Loses out to Bowes. Can Bowes keep it in? He can. But at the expense of a throw-in. Kept it from going out for a corner, but right in that corner, it's gone out of play for a throw. United have defended resolutely in this second half. But Conte looking to break their will now. Low effort. Pretty simple save for Francis, but they all have to be made. Good control by Hilton. Pirouettes away from Blakey. A little stumble under the challenge of Barnes Gladman. And that'll be a free kick, Coventry United. Referee telling United to take it in the position where the foul was. Francis. And Blakey will let that one go all the way out for a goal kick. We are halfway through the second half. Coventry United still lead by 1-0 to 0. 10th-minute goal from Joe Blowers, all that separates the two sides. Magagada taking on Pearson and Blowers. Gets it to Conte. Conte once again followed by Williams. Davis. Only man behind him is Nugent. Here is Colin Nugent. And Love's with him. Back with Chris Jones. Jones needs some options here as the Desborough players track back. Bettles the target. Donaldson gets up and beats him in the air. Archer. Conte definitely caught from behind by Tyler Donaldson. Free kick 15 yards into Coventry United territory for Desborough Town. Conte looking to take it quick. Has he got too much power on it for Blakey? He's just able to keep it in. Challenge from behind by Sawyer. It looked fair. The referee's called it for a free kick. Must have got the man before the ball. Remember, our next game coming up is on Saturday, next Saturday against Easington Sports. Join us if you can at the Butts Park Arena at 3 o'clock. The free kick comes to nothing. It's nodded out of the area by Nugent. Magagada collects. Is it back from Archer? Liam Bove holding deep. Launches it towards the box where Bettles is waiting. Offside flag raised anyway against Desborough's top scorer with 14 goals this season. Hasn't been able to find that form today. Francis. Maybe with a little bit of time wasting there. Well, definitely with a bit of time wasting there, I think we can say. 20 minutes to go. And Bettles complaining about the positioning of the free kick. Referee doesn't want to know. But it comes to nothing anyway. Conte, now Bettles looking to make the run. Couldn't quite judge the fall of the ball, and it's snatched away by Blowers. But Blowers out muscled by Conte. Here's Archer. Tangling with Kane Thomas. Bove lunges in on Joe Blowers. And now it's with Blakey. Shot blocked by Sawyer. Another high-octane exchange in the United box. Sean Archer, the number 8. Sawyer again, this time dispossessing Blakey. Looks to clear, sliding by Archer. Hilton first to it, but there's Mills for Desborough Town. Lofts it in towards Bettles. Magagada at the far post. Needs to turn and shoot. Nugent fires it over. Peter are now 2-0 up at home to QPR in the FA Cup. It's still 1-1 between Southampton and Coventry City. Martin Waghorn's just put one wide. And the highlight of today's game will be available tonight here on CUTV's YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and like the video to let us know that you are enjoying the coverage. Conzer in Blowers going for it in the centre circle. Gladman's on side, but Sawyer beats him to the loose ball. And the referee, I think, is giving a free kick to Coventry United. It's definitely a position for Coventry United. It's either a throw or a free kick. It's going to be a throw. There was a bit of pressure from behind. And Love loses out to Blakey, and that definitely is a free kick. Barging him to the floor. In a battle of strength, you're not often going to beat Brian and Love. So the free kick to come from Blakey. Francis watching it all the way. Love gets enough on it to turn it to Alex Pearson. And Cairns could be away here. Hilton's onside. One-on-one. Past the goalkeeper. Reece Hilton 2-0. His first goal for Coventry United, made possible with a perfectly weighted pass of Joe Cairns. Textbook counter-attack for Coventry United. They have the breathing room they've so desperately desired. And with 15 minutes to go, Reece Hilton's first red and green's goal makes it Desborough Town 0, Coventry United 2. Substitution coming up here for Desborough Town. It's the end of the afternoon for Tom Mills, and he's being replaced by Tom Goodyear. Back underway. Here's Magagada. Desperately to try and pull one back if they have any chance of a comeback. Oh, and not a bad effort there, but not what substitute wanted there, Goodyear. Taken by Francis, the goal kick. And Love. Here's Pearson. Hilton. Reece Hilton. Francis' chances again. Just over the bar. You can tell what that goal has done for Reece Hilton's confidence. .15 minutes to go. Coventry United leading by 2-0. Chris Jones with the clearance, caught in the wind again. Nugent. Bove. Conte takes it past Joe Blows. A slide in by Aaron Williams, beautifully done. Real midfield battle in the process. Lofted ball over the Coventry United backline. Should be played back to Francis if it has the legs on it. Francis controls and chips it over Goodyear to find Harry Sawyer. Hilton making the run. Will he beat Davis to it? No, he won't. And Davis will see it back to Jones, who takes it past Hilton. He likes a good old adventure, this goalkeeper, Chris Jones. Williams to the feet of Brian and Love. Slide by Bove. The second attempt gets away only as far as Aaron Williams, and Williams looking for a run down the right that wasn't there. Scuffed clearance by Jones. Should go back to him unless United can wrestle it back, and they have done. Joe Cairns with the challenge, the strike, just wide. That would have been a great way to cap off the evening here at Desborough. Nugent strolling away from his back line. Jones to Nugent again. United trying to put Artan under pressure. Jones bouncing towards the touchline. A little push on Bowes. It came off the shoulder of Danny Bowes. Magagada. Conte getting stuck in with Bowes and blowers. And it's been given in favour of Desborough there. It's a 2-on-1 situation, but it was actually Bowes that ended up on the ground first. You've got 11 minutes to find 2 goals, Desborough. It's not impossible, but they're going to have to get a move on. Goodyear. And Love up for it. And offside flag raised anyway against Colin Mugent. And the third and final substitution coming for Desborough Town. It's the end of the afternoon for Sean Archer, and coming on Brooklyn Biddle. Now into the last 10 minutes. Can Coventry United wrap up their first win of 2022? Francis. Headed by, substitute straight into touch. Not what Blakey wanted. On the halfway line, it's going to be a throw for Harry Sawyer. Sawyer. Love the target, Brian and Love. Flicked on by Pearson. And Magagada gets it away, only as far as Williams. Drills it to the left. Joe Cairns will chase, but it's Chris Jones's ball all day long. Jones in no rush, really. You think you'd want to get a move on with Desborough 2-0 down in the closing stages. Pearson. Going to run on straight into Nugent. Williams stretches, can't bring it to feet. Goodyear. Looking for the run of Brooklyn Biddle. Could be an immediate impact with the substitute if it wasn't for Tyler Donaldson getting a toe to it. Funked away by Bowes. I don't think anyone in the back line's had a bad day today for Coventry United. Nugent playing out from the back. Gladman. Here's Bettles, setting himself with a strike by House. He's past Williams and thumps into very much safe territory by Danny Bowes. Has to be Bowes' best appearance for the red and green so far. Made his debut in that defeat at Wellingborough. Jones. Bowes volleys it back where it came from. And Love controls well. Blowers. Away to Reese Hilton. Cushions it down for Joe Cairns. It just had a little too much power on it. Back with Jones. More crucial seconds ticking away for Desborough. 8 minutes left. And I don't know if you heard on over the microphone, one of the Desborough fans telling Jones to hurry up, we're losing. You would think they'd want to get a move on. Blakey. Harry Sawyer again at the back with the interception, this time from Gladman. Pushed into the corner and somehow finds a route out. Still very much alive though for Desborough at the back, and they've got it back with a throw. Conte. Overhead kick straight out of play. Francis taking his time and getting this goal kick taken. And Love the target. Falls to Joe Cairns. Pearson wants it through, as does Hilton. Just gets away from Cairns. He'll try and get it back. But Blakey upfield to Bove. Great run here by Goodyear. Curtailed by Sawyer. Thomas skips away from the challenge, but the attempted lunge in from Goodyear resulted in a free kick for Coventry United. Francis Hilton making the run down the right-hand side. It should be back with the goalkeeper, though. It hasn't been the prettiest of conclusions at Waterworks Field. United will only care about the scoreline, and they lead by 2-0. Joe Blowers and Reese Hilton. The reason that the scoreline is at that. The ball over the back line. Biddle will give chase, but Francis will pick it up and dive onto it. Volleyed into the midfield by the former Bromsgrove Sporting shot stopper. Davis to Magagada. Pearson with the interception. Here's Joe Cairns. And Love Central. Cairns continues down the left-hand side, taking it into the corner perhaps. And he's lost it to Nugent. The clearance chested down by Williams. Here's Blowers. That 10th minute goal giving United the perfect start. Pearson's onside. Can he turn his man? Still Alex Pearson looking to make an impression. Cairns towards Love. Just flashes in front of the Red and Green's legend. Into the final 5 minutes. Red and Green's nearly there. Long ball from the back, Donaldson. Donaldson doing well to shield it, and a free kick against Brooklyn Biddle. It's still 1-1 between Southampton and Coventry City at St Mary's. So it looks like it's going to extra time there. Francis with the free kick. And just cushioned out by Reese Hilton. Trying to bring it under control. Chris Jones. I don't think there'll be much added time here. I'd say 1 minute, if that. Jones down the centre, straight onto the boot of Joe Cairns. Can he find Pearson with the through ball? Magagata just able to avoid the former Spinks youngster. Sort of shepherded it out on the halfway line. Lunging by Conter. The referee has given the throw. I think he has. The linesman on the far side gave the throw to Desborough. But the referee has overturned it and given it to Coventry United. Sawyer. It's over Brian and Love, headed to Conte. But an aimless ball to the Coventry United back line. Donaldson finds Blowers in space. Now Joe Cairns, options left and right, or will he go it alone? He will go alone. And Coventry United make it 3. The third goal seals United's first 3 points of the new year. Cairns' striker, Jones, wrong-footed. Sweetly struck strike from Joe Cairns, the former Walsall youngster, on the score sheet with just 2 minutes to go. Desborough Town 0, Coventry United 3. And I don't believe this. Chris Roscoe is coming on as an outfield player. Coming on for Brian and Love. So he has gone up front as well. Chris Roscoe's gone up front for Coventry United. The Red and Green's goalkeeper off the bench coming on for Brian and Love. Can United keep the clean sheet now? It's in their own backyard. Sawyer doing his bit to get it away. Back into the danger zone. Biddle's there. Brooklyn Biddle. Blakey 2. Blakey barged out by Donaldson, but the referee wags the finger. No foul. At the other end of the park, it's Joe Cairns. Will they try and play Chris Roscoe in? Here's Blowers. And Blowers, rather than giving it to Roscoe, had a go himself. He probably would have been better to give it to Roscoe. And Roscoe now chasing his prey. Can he pressure Booth into a mistake? He's pressuring all the way. Booth doesn't know where to go. He now finds Blakey at the left back. Slide by Williams, beautifully done on Blakey. Picked up by Alvin Magagada. Can't find a route around Pearson. Here's Williams, slide by Conte. Referee says it's fair game. Picked up by Joe Cairns. Past the defender. Trying to take on Magagada now. He's lost that battle. Now the fullback looking to play it away. We are now into added minutes. I don't think there'll be many of them. There haven't been too many stoppages except for the goals. Biddle. Thomas does well to collect that through ball. As the rain starts to trickle down. Blowers. Kane Thomas up rather than out. Well, he's recovered beautifully. Great stuff from Kane Thomas, the former Derby youngster. A swipe by Conte. Referee says play on, but now pulls it back as Danny Bowes runs it into touch. And in the 91st minute, we see our first yellow card. The referee has been very lenient with the cards today. If anyone's deserved one, I think Joel Conte probably did for that challenge on Cairns in the first half. Yellow card for Conte. As Francis Ward goes underway for what could be the final action of the game. Francis punts it to the far side of the field. A free kick against Harry Sawyer. Not sure what Sawyer could do about that. As Goodyear sort of jumped into him. Away by Davis from the free kick. Williams nodded back where it came from. Launched upfield by Joe Cairns. Davis back to Jones, the goalkeeper, who hasn't had the happiest of second halves. Straight out for the throw, and Coventry United well on their way. We've had about 2.5 minutes of added time. Can't see there being much more. Roscoe. Muscled. Oh, Jeff, I hope you're getting plenty of photos of Roscoe. He's got a few. That's going on the socials tonight. Blakey. The only thing United needs to fight for now is that clean sheet. Blakey just keeping it on that far side, battling well with Sawyer, who has been fantastic today. Blakey's throw, looking for Goodyear, the number 16. Goal kick, and that should be all she wrote. Francis' clearance. Still play continues. We're into the 4th minute of added time. Referee checks the watch again. United may have one more opportunity to go for goal number 4. Blowers. Pearson is behind Roscoe, but Hilton's there. Reese Hilton to make it a double for himself. Gathered by Chris Jones. Took it too close to the goalkeeper. Blowers and Blakey side by side. Goodyear chases the through ball, but Kane Thomas is there to sweep it up. Sawyer dragged down from behind. And that will end the action here at Waterworks Field. It's taken a little longer than United would have liked, but they have got their first win of 2022, and it was well earned. Blowers, Hilton and Cairns all on the score sheet to wrap up. In the end, it was a comfortable victory for Coventry United. Final score in the United Counties League Premier Division South, Desborough Town 0, Coventry United 3.